Good morning. Good morning. I am intentionally allowing this gorgeous orchid to have center stage for a few seconds in the video. This is a plant that was gifted to me for my birthday, I think 3 or 4 years ago. And it sits beautifully on the windowsill of my healing room. And it has, let's see now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beautiful open blooms on it. It's a beautiful pale color, mauve. Each of these is an incredible miracle, each of those flowers. And I have another one that is just starting to open up. That is a beautiful, deeper color. And I was also gifted one for my birthday by Philip. He had Natalie pick one up for me for my birthday, and it's a beautiful tangerine orange color. So the orchids, a trick to having orchids is I leave them in a windowsill that doesn't get harsh light. Good morning, Diane and Jackie. I think somebody else was on there as well. Sorry, I missed your name. The trick is to not overwater them. Give them, I feed them maybe twice a year. I fertilize them, but the trick is to water them with ice cubes. Put 1, 2, depending on the size of the pot, you can put on average 2 ice cubes once a week. Let them melt slowly and water your orchid, and that's all they need. So there you go. Enjoy my orchids this morning. Today I am doing another deep dive into my top 10 strengths, and today is one of my favorite ones because it is so heart-centered, and that is empathy. Empathy is emotional awareness, emotional intelligence, I don't mean to sound snobby when I say that, but when I hear somebody's voice over the phone or when I'm speaking with them, I feel in my body, my heart responds to whatever emotions they are doing. And then it's also a matter of not necessarily agreeing or disagreeing or judging. And this sounds a lot like Reiki, right? Unconditional love, being open-hearted. And I think that's why I enjoy Reiki so much, because it resonates with me. So empathy is just feeling the needs and feeling the emotions of other people. And one of the things I have to watch out for is, because I feel that so intensely and it's such a knowing for me in my heart and my body, I'm often very tempted to start giving advice. Okay, so parents, moms, anybody with kids out there who has children in their life, we feel in our hearts how our children are. Am I right? We know what they're going through. We can pick up the phone and speak to them and know exactly. We can read between the lines and feel in our hearts. That's empathy. And so many times we just want to coddle them and give them what they need, what we think they need. So that is something I have to be careful of, because I do feel so deeply. But it's such a wonderful gift, because it gives me another perspective when I can sense the emotions that are going on with somebody or in a situation. It just gives me another perspective. And I'm just so very grateful for that. I put that together with my input and intellection, and I just love it. And I'm reading from the, so when you get your Clifton Strengths done, you get your top 10 strengths written up in a report. And this morning as I was reading them, I'm reading about myself personally. People are comfortable talking at length with you. I'm a good listener. I like to just sit. I mean, so many times we just need to have somebody listen to us, right? I look for the good in every situation and in every individual. This upbeat approach allows me to embrace rather than resist life's surprises. So looking for the good in every situation, I have positivity as number 2. So this is why I am who I am, guys and girls. I search for the good in every situation. I embrace rather than resist life's surprises. And that is certainly something that my meditation has really gifted me, is not resisting, let go, release, right? everything, it's all one big puzzle, and we can work on all the little different pieces. And when we keep working on all of those little things, when they come together, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Something else that I wrote down is that we were asked to describe how we feel emotionally and physically about this superpower. When I know that my empathy is wide open, it's the same as when good morning, Larissa. It's the same, and Annalise, when I feel my empathy being embraced, when I'm living in my strength of empathy, my heart feels wide open. I feel very grateful for it. And my body physically responds to whatever's going on. If I'm watching or listening to someone who is going through hardship or grieving, I start crying. If I am sensing the frustration of somebody and know that they're really struggling, I also respond physically. My heart gets heavy with them. And thankfully, I have that positivity and deep faith that I know that there is a solution for everything. And again, just living in those top 5 strengths of mine, each of those top 5 strengths really helps me embrace my empathy. I had a beautiful example of empathy last night. I was watching a trailer for an incredible movie that's going to be released very soon. And I'm very proud to say that doTERRA has been a huge funder of a corporate funder for this organization called Operation Underground Railroad. And Tim Ballard is an incredible human being who has spoken at doTERRA conventions. And he decided to leave his profession. And he has, for the last, I think, 15 years probably now, been created an organization called Operation Underground Railroad that works diligently, passionately to stop child trafficking across the world. And there is a movie that's been in the works for many years now, and it stars Jim Caviezel, who is an incredible actor. Many of you may know him from The Passion of the Christ. I'm also have been binge watching Person of Interest because I think he's an incredible actor and it's an interesting story. But I digress. But in the movie, I was watching Jim Caviezel acting out a scene, and he was crying. And these were not the kind of water drops that they used to use when in movies. These are real tears coming from this man's eyes because he feels and knows the impact of child trafficking in the world. And yeah, I think the actors that we really resonate with, the ones who really tell a story that we feel it in our hearts afterwards, are the ones who are truly empathetic, who can express that and aren't afraid to express it. And that's with me. That's why I'm not afraid of expressing when I feel something. Wearing your heart on your sleeve is how people say it. But sometimes I experience things that get me angry. If I'm tuning into somebody who is full of anger, I find it best just to acknowledge that that's where they're going to. And because I feel it, I understand that that's what they're going through. And sometimes the best thing I can do is just listen and let them vent and understand that they don't really want to hear Julie's answer to everything. They just need to talk. And I think that's a very important thing. We all need to listen more. We all need to really listen. There's a wonderful rhyme that I used to tell the children all the time. And it was, a wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? And that's so true. I think sometimes when somebody is speaking, we're already thinking of our answer and we want to rush in. And I'm offering that it may be a good idea just to stop thinking. Just listen with your heart. Good morning, Ashley. Listen with your heart. Everybody can enjoy the superpower of empathy. It means sometimes just closing this up and just listening and opening our hearts and being there for people, because that's what everybody needs right now. There's a lot of scared people. There's a lot of worried people. There's a lot of happy people out there too. And just observe quietly and respond once they have finished. All right. Feelings, lots of feelings. I'm going to be doing so many classes about feelings with all my workshops. I've got one class booked for Rugrats and Tots. classes for next month. I'm going to be scheduling my emotions class if you want to learn more about them. It's going to be an amazing month of education next month. So there we go. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. I keep hearing that song. Yes. So, okay, thank you, Diane. I'll read your comment later. Yeah. Learning about my strengths has been such a blessing. And again, many thanks to Eddie, many thanks to Dan. I have a call with Nancy Hagman this afternoon. There are so many amazing people. The really wonderful thing about embracing my strengths and learning how to use them is that I'm discovering who I am. I'm discovering all the amazing things about myself. I'm not discovering anything that I need to fix. I'm discovering all the things that have worked well for me in the past, and I've sort of discounted them, being embarrassed to cry sometimes when something happened. And now I know, because I cry when something happens, it's been informing my heart about what I can do to help. I am here to help. Yeah, there goes the snowplow. They're here to help too. I love you all. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Want to learn more about the strengths, let me know. Eddie Villa does lots of posts publicly on Unleash Your Strengths or in Eddie Villa, Villa. And I'm here to answer any questions. Have a fantastic day. I love you. Bye.